Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to our stream. Hello, Cantina Cocktail Hour.
I'm half drunk.
Oh, you didn't wait for VC, did you? Of course not.
No.
Let's see who we got here. We've got Joe, Volcanics Playground. Welcome, Joe. We have Pedro in the chat. Hey, Pedro, how's it going? Captain Fathead. Hey, how are you doing? It's really great to see everybody here.
Captain Fathead.
So superb names, I might say. Yeah, so it's super awesome to see everybody here. Tom, how's your day been going?
My day's been all right. Yeah, no complaints. I got some new Masters of the Universe figures in from good old Amazon.com. So yeah, I'm happy as a clam. Also, nice. It's Friday, right? So can't go wrong with Friday. How about you, Victoria? You have a good Friday?
Yeah, no, it's good. I got up at the bright and early, 6 in the morning, went to work. Yeah, fun stuff. Went to work, start at 7:30, so got to get up early. And got out, and it wasn't too bad. It was actually a pretty easy day. So now we're here. Did a little bit of not much. I got home and I basically just took a nap because I was so tired. Yeah. But that's the end of the week for you. And so now we're here, and we got some more friends joining. There's Jason, our buddy Jason is in the house. We have Mary is here. Hi, Mary. How are you? Paul is here. Brittany. Hey, Brittany. How's it going?
By the power of Grayskull.
By the power of Grayskull. And Tom, I know nothing about MOTU. I know you're the expert there, so I'm just
crazy about it. It's so wonderfully dumb. You went mute. You, Victoria, you went mute. What? Why are you muted? You're muted.
There we go. Tom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. Yeah, I saw you nodding. And I was like,
to my mic or your mic, or is it my mic?
It was your mic. It said you'd muted yourself.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Good old technical difficulties. They always happen at the best of times here.
Yeah, whatever.
Tom, I'm going to pop out real quick, and I'll let you keep talking, and I'll be right back in.
So let's talk about the Fermi Paradox, everyone. Now remember, in the age of the universe, the planet Earth is very, very young. So technically, billions of years ago, extraterrestrial civilizations could have come into power and spread across the entire universe. But we've seen no evidence of this. Why? That's what the Fermi Paradox is. We should be able to see... Oh, hi, Victoria.
All right. Can you hear me, Mr. Tom?
Yes.
Thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. I cannot hear you.
Really?
How weird. I can hear me. I can't hear you.
Can anyone else hear me?
For some reason. And it shows that your microphone is not muted. But I don't know. Good old technology here.
Can anybody else hear me? Am I just...
That is very, very strange. It's too bad that I can't read lips. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an issue. And I could just be like, oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that
you want me to log out and log back in?
Yeah, I'm going to remove you, Tom, and see if that resolves the issue. Let's remove Mr. Tom and see if that gets him his issue resolved, or my issue. There we go.
Hi.
Nope, I still cannot hear you.
Let me leave the studio.
What's up, Chief says we can hear you both. Joe says we can hear you both. Well, that's good. But if I can't hear Tom, then we can't have a conversation. I can have a conversation with everybody that's in the stream, and that's cool. I'd love to do that. But thank you, Mary. Thank you for letting us know. Let's try. Here, we'll add him back in.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yay!
Yay!
It's like Christmas, except me instead of something good.
You're a good thing. Don't let anything tell you different, Tom.
Oh, thanks, Vic.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. That was weird, but hey, learning curves, right? This is our first Cantina Happy Hour.
Yep.
So the whole premise of Cantina Happy Hour for me was to do some sort of a live stream in which I could come on and do a regular weekly thing, and talk to different guests. Of course, everybody knows Tom, so it just made sense to have him as episode number 1. And we always have great conversations, and the idea behind this is to have a cocktail, hence the cocktail hour, and have some good conversation about the things we always enjoy talking about. So I want to make the cocktail an important part of this conversation. So Tom, let me have you explain what it is over there that you are consuming.
Oh, okay. So what I'm drinking is a variation on a cocktail that my wife and I got at a local bar years ago that they called it a Dalida. I have no idea why it was called a Dalida, but it was absolutely delicious. It's a gin-based cocktail. Gin and a liqueur called pomegranate. So a pomegranate liqueur. And then the original one involved cranberry juice and lemon lime soda water, but I'm using grape juice with it. And because I like my drinks strong, it's about equal parts of each alcohol to about 2/3. And then the remaining third is my grape juice and soda water. And,
nice.
There's a little slice of lime in there. It's very, very refreshing and delicious.
That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Let's see. We have classic action figures in the chat. Hello, welcome. Mario, hello, what's up? So my drink here, Tom, and I know you've already gotten the sneak peek on this little baby right here.
Yeah, that's pretty fancy.
This is a gin and tonica, presenting it to the world for the first time. Gin and tonica. And we've been doing the whole Time for Tonica campaign lately, and it's been going really well. And it's slowed down a little bit, but we're still trying to get the word out there that Angela is ready to sign with Lucasfilm, and we want her to do it. So we're getting that petition out there. We're doing the campaign across all the fan sites that are involved with this, which is basically all of them. And I thought, what, gin and tonica is necessary. I told Angela, if we succeed, I'll go over there and personally make you one of these to celebrate.
I love it.
This is a really delicious drink. I don't normally concoct my own cocktails. I usually rely on the good old standards, right? The martinis, the whiskey sours, the mint juleps, the Manhattans, all the great classic stuff. That's what I like. But I was like, what? I'm going to try it. So, gin and tonic, very basic drink. You find that everywhere. But I put my own spin on it. I know you love gin and tonics. I absolutely know that you do. I put my own spin on this. So basically, to make a gin and tonica, you're going to muddle some mint leaves down here at the bottom of your glass. You're then going to put ice in your glass. You are going to put I did it in different parts. So for the first thing I put in there was the gin, and I did it 1 part, so like 1 shot of gin. I then put a blackberry liqueur, and I'm using Chambord, but you can use any blackberry liqueur. And then you put that in there. I did it 1 1/4 shots. Okay. And then the last thing I added was the tonic, and then I did that 4 parts. So to make it's a little bit of a sweeter. You could put a little bit less and go a little heavier on the gin. Maybe you would do that, Tom. And then of course I garnished it with some mint. My husband unfortunately took all the blackberries because that was kind of the big thing about it last night when I showed you that picture.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, leave me 1 blackberry today before you go to work. Leave me 1 blackberry so I can put it in my drink, and he took all the blackberries. So I substitute for a blueberry, and then I have a cherry just to kind of, make it look nice. But yeah, gin and tonica, it's fabulous. It's delicious. And yeah, it is pretty. Thank you, Brittany. And yeah, it's really delightful. It truly, truly is refreshing. And I think the mint is kind of the secret in here.
Yeah.
Giving it that really delicious taste. So it's fresh. I love it. Cheers, Tom. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. I don't think we've got any fresh mint here. I've got a bunch of basil next to me. Basil is also delicious when you muddle that in with a drink. So if
I'll try that.
Y'all haven't tried that out. Quick aside, Josh B asking how we feel if Haslab made the Bad Batch ship instead of the Ghost. I mean, I would buy that. I probably wouldn't buy the Ghost. I feel like its time came and went, and I was never the biggest fan of Rebels. I liked it. That was a fun show, but it's not one that I've ever really felt the need to revisit very much.
Yeah.
The Bad Batch's ship, on the other hand, is one of those tri-wing design things that I'm just an absolute sucker for.
Yeah, I hear you there. Rebels, has come and gone. It's been out of the limelight for years, and I enjoyed Rebels very much. And it would have been cool to get the Ghosts, way back when, but it's not in the current entertainment. And if it's not like a classic thing people have been asking for years, it's got to be in the new entertainment to get made. And I feel like you're right. That would actually be a really good one for them to go with. I think it's the more modern, or like the prequel trilogy style Imperial shuttle, right? That we see in Revenge of the Sith, like the Emperor's flying in it at the very end.
Oh, is that what he's flying in?
I think it's pretty similar.
Very similar, similar anyway. Yeah.
Same style.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be cool. Of course, we don't have the figures to go with them, and they haven't even been announced, so that might be a problem.
Don't worry.
I would like that though. Like if it came with like a separately carded who would we put in there? Omega. Why wouldn't we? Let's put Omega in there. We could have Omega in there on her own card, and that'd be cool. I would totally buy that. But it's neat.
Yeah, I would buy that. I would like it to not be the $350 price point. I would rather they scale the thing down, make it the size of the old shuttle Tidarian, and just, although maybe that would be $350 these days. I don't know. It looks like the Mandalorian ship. I forget what it's called. It's a lot bigger than that though. So yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Here we have
Razor Crest. Yeah, someone bought 2 Razor Crests.
See, Mario is with us. Hey, Mario. Hey, Aiden. Thank you for joining. Hey, Nick. How's it going? Nick, long time watcher here. Lots of cool friends that are chiming in. That's awesome to see. Yeah, Joe said he grabbed 2 Razor Crests, so that's awesome. I just grabbed one. I don't have room for the 2. I wish I did. I wish I had one box, but same thing with the barge. I could only do one. In a perfect world, I would have had an extra just to have, brand new crisp in that box. But
just to sell it.
Yeah, that's what you would do.
I saved the box.
I did too.
The box on that. Yeah.
I did too. I love the box. Let's see. Yeah, so that is really cool. Have Omega's little room in there. Yeah, that would be fun.
Room is cool.
Yeah,
that was really cute.
It was. Was that a Crosshair's room before?
I think it was a closet.
Closet. It may have been a closet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was Crosshair's room, but maybe I'm wrong.
Could be.
Me too. 1 Lego and 1 Haslab. Yeah, that's The Haslab is Lego is a big rabbit hole. So I'm trying. I have the Cantina. Of course, I have the Cantina, but they've done several. I have the one that came out. I think it was like 2015, something like that, 2014. And then they did a much bigger one, like a year ago or some not too long ago, and I'd love to have that. It's just I don't have room for it anywhere. Yeah,
there's a brand new one, right? That's like really crazy big.
Yeah, there is.
There's no such thing as Haslab in Australia. Yeah, that's a big screw up on Hasbro's part.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking to hear at Volcanics Playground that you missed out on the sail barge when it came out.
Yeah, that's too bad. Joe, you missed out on the sail barge. Yeah.
You might be able to trade a
child,
a Razor Crest or something like that.
A newborn child.
Yeah.
That's it's a nice vehicle.
Yeah.
So where was it? We saw something about there's no Haslab in Australia. I think you read that. We saw something about that, Tom. I'm not going to talk about it, but we did see something about Australia a while back.
Yeah, very, very frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah. So super, super cool. So let's see. Mario says, Victoria, you made it to Disneyland yet? I'd love to hear about your experience with limited capacity. Mario, I have not. I actually have tickets right now to go to the parks. I bought them maybe 2 weeks ago with the intention of going last Friday. Unfortunately, the calendar, after I bought them, I hadn't checked the calendar recently enough to see that last Friday was sold out for Disneyland. The other park was available. And I only wanted to go to Disneyland. And now the whole, until like July 4th, it's completely booked. The reservations are booked. Unless they open anything else in the near future, I think I'm going to have to wait until at least like July to get there. So I haven't gone with the reduced capacity. but I very much want to go back to Disneyland because it's been so long, and that's like my happiest, like literally my happiest place on earth. And yeah, I just love being there. And the whole Galaxy's Edge thing is fun to visit, and all the merchandise. And I want to buy Rey's lightsaber, the yellow one that Hasbro isn't going to make for another 6 to 9 months, if ever. So
that'll be a ways off for Hasbro.
Tom, did you see that that rainbow droid that they did? It says the Rainbow Collection. It's like a rainbow astromech.
No.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's on Yak Face. I wonder if I can throw it in here somehow. An image of it. Yeah. It looks
switch over.
Looks like I can. Let me. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I can do that. So let me pull up a video file. Let me see. I'm going to do a little experiment here and see if this this works. But yeah, so this astromech droid is available in the parks, and I'm sure you know, Tom, how Disney does droids. They have droids have been a big part of Disney merchandising for a long time. And now they have this rainbow collection, which I don't know if it's just going to be this one droid or there's going to be more. But it is really cool. I know a lot of people are really hating on this thing, but I think it looks rad. So let me see if I can share an image.
Is it like an LGBTQ based thing?
To be honest,
support of that.
It doesn't say that on there. I mean, it's possible, but it's really cool. Let me see if I can insert an image of that in here.
I mean, that'd be pretty neat. Captain Fathead was asking if we save any boxes from figures that have been opened. There's some exclusive figures. There's a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes, a G.I. Joe Cobra Commander, and the most recent shirtless Darth Maul that I have. I've saved those boxes on those figures. Yeah.
Nice.
Believe it or not, my wife was the one insisting on me saving those things. She's not only very understanding of my ridiculous hobby, but she also can figure out when, you know something, Tom, you're probably going to want this a little bit down the line. Why don't we just put that in the storage unit, and you decide if you want to get rid of it in a few years.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know how to do the picture-in-picture thing. We'll have to play with that, but yeah. So yeah, Yakface posted about it on social, and I think maybe some of the other sites did. But yeah, it's basically just a 3/4-inch rainbow astromech, and it looks really fun. It's the Rainbow Collection, and it's just a weird thing. If you Google Rainbow Collection Star Wars, you'll see it. It's just a weird thing, and I have to have this thing. So hopefully, when I do get to the park, they still have it, because it's just fun. I love fun, weird stuff that you would never see in the movies, but it just, for me, it's really cool.
Oh, I see. Disney has an entire Rainbow Collection. It is in fact for Pride Month, which is, I guess, next month, June. So yeah, if it's a rainbow astromech, that's probably tied in with that. That's very cool. If you go, pick one up for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh gosh, that's yeah, astromech.
Captain Fathead, how nice. I'm bad at saving my boxes in here. I imagine selling them. The boxes look cool. Yeah, so I saved some boxes. The razor, or the sail barge, I have the box for that. That's kind of it, I think. I usually don't save boxes, honestly. If it's like a big vehicle, like sometimes I'll save it for a while. Especially if it's vintage collection. You know, I think I still have the box for the the ATA.
That's a good one to save.
Yeah, but if it's not a vintage collection, I usually don't keep the box. And then, you know, I do have a carded collection for the vintage collection as well. And I have some Black Series, like, you know, we're going to talk about this in just a little bit, but I have an extra one of these to keep carded.
Yeah, that was tempting. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so, you know, some things, but not everything. It just depends on what it is.
Someone asked a classic action figure to ask what we'd like to see in Haslab. Personally, would love to see a Cantina or Death Star playset or Echo Base. I don't think I really care about those as much anymore. I think for Haslab, what I would really like to see would be the Senate chamber from the Phantom Menace. I think that's the most iconic thing in Star Wars. It could just be that pod, and you get several hundred of them, and you put them in a circle. And it could come with an exclusive space senator figure, Halle Bertoni, maybe, or Mitch McConnelly. Oh yeah, there's the figure. He's awesome.
There's the figure right there.
Chuck Schumer.
Thank you for that tip, Mario. Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, I don't know. It just like speaks to me. It's just a really colorful astromech that looks like you know, like have you ever seen that birthday cake, like where it's just like birthday cake flavored? It's all the colors like in the cake, confetti cake.
Yeah. No, that does look cool. That does look cool. If you get one of those, pick one up for me.
Yeah, for sure. So one thing I do want to kind of pick your brain about, Tom, is, and I posted about this on Twitter the other day. It's like
I would love the Death Star. By the way, I was just joking about this other thing.
No, remember we said it's going to be the sail barge again, but it's not going to be Jabba's sail barge. It's going to be the.
I don't remember.
What sail barge is it going to be? Where's the only other sail barge we see in Star Wars?
I don't recall.
The Canto Bight sail barge.
Oh, the Canto Bight sail barge. Yes, but they'd have to give it all new tooling.
That's the next Haslab, guys. I guarantee you the Canto Bight sail barge.
Man, what I would actually legit love would be Dryden Voss's big tall yacht.
Ooh, imagine that.
Never will we get that. Just don't even start dreaming. But man, I would love that.
That would be legit.
That was such a cool ship. Such a cool ship.
It was so unique. And you had to take the elevator to go up. And that was.
Yeah.
We're never going to get that.
No.
We still don't have, come on, Tom. We still don't have Kira in her Kessel outfit.
We're not getting any more Solo stuff. I don't think. I have a dim view of anything that's not currently on the screen ever getting made, unless it's a repack. You'll get every Luke Skywalker you could ever dream of.
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
That one. So the thing I wanted to pick your brain about, Tom, is, and I tweeted about this like a day or two ago, like Disney is killing it with Galaxy's Edge merchandise. I talked about the droid. They're doing things like the legacy lightsabers, all the different characters is like lightsabers. They even have things like the Temple Guard, Ventress. Some of them are very similar to what Hasbro has done, but they've done a whole slew of legacy lightsabers. They've got the droids. They did DO in the 3 3/4 inch scale before the movie even came out. Hasbro still hasn't done DO.
DO?
Rey's little Pasana buddy droid, BB-8's friend.
Oh, right, Dio. Yes.
Yeah, Dio. The droid everybody loves, Dio. Anyhow, it's pretty important figure for or character that to have a figure. I would say it had this been years ago, would have had a figure, no questions asked, and Hasbro still hasn't done it. So what I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about is how is it that Disney, and there are some reasons there, how is it that Disney can continuously pump out all this merchandise, yet Hasbro keeps telling us things like, oh, well, tooling costs are cost prohibitive. Oh, it takes 18 months to develop something. We can't do it because, we already did this figure and we can't do another one because, it'll ruin our character selection. Oh, that lightsaber. Yeah, we'll announce it, but we're not going to let you have it for 9 months. So just like you see one thing over here and then over here, it's like the situation is completely like demoralizing to some extent.
Demoralizing, I would agree with, yeah, but I don't disagree with the arguments placed against it.
Yeah.
Did I interrupt? I think I interrupted you.
No. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean,
Well, what is Disney putting out? Disney's putting out a slew of astromechs, which are all basically the same tools, again and again and again with different colors, right? There's occasionally a new one put in, but generally it's like that droid who likes his personal space.
That's me.
So making those things is very, very easy. I think the tooling costs on lightsabers, they probably have a lot less parts. And the price tag on a lightsaber is expensive enough that when you break down the tooling costs, you can get the money back a lot quicker than you could with a figure that you're trying to sell for $15.
Yeah.
You know, a lightsaber costs you what, 150? Do they cost $200 now? I'm not certain what the costs are.
Yeah, the hilts are 150, and then the blade I think is another 40 or 50. And
so almost $200.
Yeah. No, it's not cheap, but I mean, what are the Elite Sabers costing at through Hasbro now? They're costing like $250, $300.
Right. So if you just look at a tooling budget of one tool costing $100,000, just the tool alone means in order to break even, you have to sell 6,666 of them, and that doesn't even involve any of the other stuff that goes on top of it. That's just the tool. That's not the plastic or the metal, not the resources that go into it, not any of the shipping costs, not the management. That's just this is the basic thing. Now let's say you've got a lightsaber, and that costs you $200. You only have to sell 500. So there's your reason why. It's just lightsabers are a more, you don't need to sell as many to recoup your costs so quickly.
Yeah, that's true. But you also look at like, you know, comparison of, let's assume that the costs are similar to develop lightsabers between Hasbro and, you know, Disney or whatever, you know, Disney's using to create these lightsabers. If the costs are the same, in your opinion, I mean, I know a lot of people buy them both ways. Do you think that Disney is selling as many of these lightsabers as Hasbro is, or is Hasbro selling more, or is Disney selling more? Like, I mean, we have no metrics on this. We're just speculating here.
I don't have any idea. I only know of those things basically being sold online or in specialty stores. So I would guess they're probably pretty comparable, because buying something directly from Disney is the same as buying it directly from like a big bad toy store. I don't know. They don't sell these things in like Walmarts or Targets, do they? I know they sell the cheap figures.
Well, you can get them online through Walmart and Target, Amazon. You can get them online. You know, all the fan channels have them. I think Target and Walmart were selling them for a while, but I don't think they have for a few years.
Right. Yeah, I'm not certain which one would be selling more. I would guess Disney's probably making a good killing off of it, though. They're probably relatively cheap to make. You can sell them for a lot of money, and people love them. Yeah. I don't own any. I don't own a single one. That's my take.
Okay. Yeah, and I know like Disney doesn't have to contend with, like, you know, Hasbro has licensing fees, right? They pay Disney to rent that license, and it's like 25%. It's exorbitant. Yeah. So Disney doesn't have that. That's automatically gone with Disney.
But they probably can't sell it for less than Hasbro because they're licensing it out to Hasbro, so it's got to be a comparable product.
Yeah, it's got to be comparable. But, you know, when you see like Disney pumping out tons and tons of like lightsabers that Hasbro will never make, that Hasbro would really like put up a fight about, you know, why, you know, they give us a slew of reasons why it's impossible. And it's also really timely too, though, with Disney. Like, you know, I mean, they've already done the Darksaber just came out. When is Hasbro's Darksaber coming out? Like in August?
I know there's. I saw that was one of the only Star Wars products that was in the Target and Walmart I went to last weekend. It was a Darksaber, but it wasn't the fancy thing. It was one of the
it was one of the kid ones. Yeah. So they just did. So Disney just did through Galaxy's Edge a Skywalker Legacy set, and it has the reforged Luke lightsaber, the Rey lightsaber, and then it has Leia's lightsaber. And, you know, it's a really nice fancy kit, and it's got like the orange wrap with the tie that she, you know, buries them.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
And like, I mean, like there haven't even been rumors that Hasbro is even considering making those.
I'd be surprised.
Then they did Rey's like final yellow lightsaber, and that just came out like a week ago. And now
Disney.
Yeah, Disney, and now the Darksaber is out. Like all these, it's just like they have all these things that are coming out that people want. I mean, people have been asking for these lightsabers, like especially, you know, the yellow lightsaber for a long time. And the, you know, Yakface has strongly hinted, Jason strongly hinted that it's coming, that, you know, we're going to see it before too long. But then you get into the whole thing. Well, I can get one now from Disney. I can pay on eBay for one, or I can wait, a year to get it from Hasbro. And it's kind of like, if you can have it like now, and like, you got the hype right now for some product like that. If you're collecting the lightsabers, not everybody does, obviously, but the people that do and are, into like the helmets and all that, they've been asking for the Ray Saber for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like,
it's money on the table for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know there. I don't know if Hasbro is just hedging its bets because of the backlash against sequel trilogy stuff, that they're like, oh, we're going to not do this. And Disney, on the other hand, is like, screw it. We're Disney. We do whatever the heck we want. And, if we sell 500 of them, or if we sell 1,000 of them, we've made profit probably.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be worth it for Hasbro to do that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Rey's lightsaber is a massive missing gap in people's collections at this point. Yeah. Whether you like the stuff or not, it's like, it's that should be out there. People should have been able to buy that, 2 weeks after the movie came out. I don't know. I'll be right back.
Go for it. So classic action figures, Hasbro Pulse items take forever to ship out. They do. Yeah, they do. No secret there. Hasbro's even done a Rey lightsaber. Yep, exactly. They have not. And it just, to me, it's an excuse. I mean, they've done the Rey lightsaber from The Last Jedi, right? They did the, the Luke Anakin saber. But not like the reforged one, and not the yellow one. And, the yellow one's kind of the one people have been asking for lately. Let's see. Dark Saber looks cool. Debating it. Yeah, so I already pre-ordered the Hasbro one. So I'm not going to bother with the Disney one. But I just saw a review from Optibotomist the other day on the Disney one. It looks really cool. It's like, it's got the black, but then like the force effect is around, it's the white part around the blade, and it just looks really, really neat. They did a really cool job with that. So I'm interested to see how Hasbro's going to do, their force effects version of it. Leia sold by itself outside the set. Yep. I think they're both sold outside the set, if I recall correctly. But that set, with the special wrapping and everything, was kind of exclusive. And I think it was limited to 3,000 or something like that. If Disney one day buy, or do you think Angry Birds Star Wars could become an animated series? I don't know that I'm knowledgeable enough about that to say. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like Angry Birds is it even a thing still? Like, I feel like that was big like 8 years ago, 9, 10 years ago. Or longer now, right? Like, gee, like, I don't even know if that's still like something that they would want to play with. But I know Hasbro played with it for a little while. Tom, we're talking about Angry Birds.
That's a joke, right?
No, we really were.
Oh God. Okay. Angry Birds. Angry Birds made me so dang angry. Is this a can I swear on this stream? I'll try not to swear on this.
Try
stream.
not to.
I'll work at not. Angry Birds was rubbish. It was junk. They should have never done Angry Birds. Every Angry Birds Star Wars project should be burned. Burned. Rubbish. Trash. If you like Angry Birds Star Wars, you have no respect for yourself.
Yeah, that I don't think we're gonna see Angry Birds
Disney does
Star Wars again.
Do you think Angry Birds could return, or maybe an animated? I mean, I'd watch it.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Sure.
Didn't they do an Angry Birds movie like 4 or 5 years ago? Like,
yes.
Yeah, they did, right?
Yes, and it made money.
I never saw it.
I didn't either, but it made money. Angry Birds, and like, remember Star Wars Command? Those are things where like we look at Star Wars toys as like what's going to be this giant legacy thing that will last forever, right? But really, the people in their marketing departments are like, all right, what's the thing we can put out on the shelves for this year? Can we sell enough of this thing this year? Great, we did our job. Does it need to last 2 years? No. Why? No, of course it doesn't need to last 2 years. We sell it this year, we'll make a new thing next year and sell that. Whatever the new thing is, people will go in I'll buy this thing. So
totally. Yeah. Hasbro is constantly inconsistent. It's a love-hate thing right now. Imperial Stormtrooper army building is impossible. What is going on with the Vintage Collection Stormtroopers? That's been out for like, what, 2 years now, and you still can't get it in stores, or never have been able to get it in stores?
Back when I got back into collecting, it was around 2008 to 2010 was when I really went full force back into it. And I could go to any store, Target, a Toys R Us. Those are the two options. And you could buy clone troopers anywhere. You could get stormtroopers as well. That's why I'm never going to buy the new Vintage Collection Stormtrooper, because I got so many other vintage or super articulate stormtroopers back in that time, right? And I'm like, it's super articulate. The one I grew
super articulate. Yeah, they don't know how to. They don't mince words. They're very clear in everything that they say.
Yeah.
Very articulate.
They look a lot better than the stormtrooper I grew up playing with. So it's good enough for me. But the fact that you should always be able to get these darn things. Clones, stormtroopers, always on the shelf. Always. We always have to have Luke Skywalker on the shelf instead. Which, he's not tough to find.
He's not. And, my Target, and this is a very rare thing for my closest Target, they actually put 4 cases of the new Vintage Collection repack wave on the shelf, the one with the Royal Guard, Hoth Luke, Endor Han, and Admiral Akbar. And, days later, who were the only figures that were left?
Who were the characters again? Not the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard was gone. Lando is still there.
No. Lando isn't part of it. It's Royal Guard. It's Admiral Akbar. They were gone, completely gone within a day.
Yeah.
Luke and Endor Han are still there, days after.
Yeah.
But aliens don't sell. We don't get troopers at stores. So.
We don't get new aliens anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so torn about the arguments for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I actually just got some stuff from Entertainment Earth myself. I think those are the masters I got today, because those ones yesterday. I don't know. Recently, because the ones I ordered from Big Bad Toy Store disappeared with FedEx. So
they're sleeping with the fishes.
Well.
Yeah, my that happened to me too, Mario. I had a case of Stormtroopers pre-ordered with Dorkside, and they just canceled it after a year. So that was nice.
All those Yavin Lukes on the shelves not celebrating. You got it. What a bad figure choice. Both Vintage Collection and Black Series.
Those shouldn't have been exclusives. I mean, an exclusive should make sense,
Were they exclusives?
Well, not the Black Series. Well, the Black Series one actually did have an exclusive version with all the accessories and stuff.
Right, remember? The comic one. Yeah, you can still get that at our local GameStop.
Yeah,
that didn't sell.
The Vintage Collection was to Walmart. It was exclusive there.
So. Oh dear, that was the only figure I saw at any Walmart I went to.
Same.
Yeah. Guys, Hasbro, cool it on the Luke Skywalker stuff. I know everyone's mad about the recent movies, but cool it.
Yeah, Mary, same thing happened to her too. Yeah, it's a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what can you do? So Tom, have you been watching The Bad Batch?
Yes.
Are you caught up?
There's a new one today.
There's a new one today.
No.
You're not? Okay.
No. You can spoil it for me, though, if you want.
I'm not going to do that. I mean, I don't even know if everybody in the chat has seen it, so I'm not going to do that. But
in the new episode of The Bad Batch, Omega gets killed by Crosshair. He comes and shoots her in the face. And then she's all like, I was a clone of Snoke. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I love Omega, by the way.
Me too. I want
to adopt. You don't like Omega, you're a bad person.
I want to adopt Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about the latest episodes. I'm sure some people haven't seen it yet, and that's just messed up. But we'll go back to last week. We'll go back to the last, how many are we? We're at number 4 now, I think.
Yes,
right?
This is episode. Episode 4.
That last episode was kind of brutal. The stuff with Crosshair, finding Saw Gerrera's friends or whatever that was.
Oh, where he shoots all the people. I loved it.
Well, how he has his underlings shoot all the people, or otherwise he shoots them. It's like, yikes.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. It's like
for
Vietnam.
For a kid's show, that's pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty intense. I didn't quite expect that. Jason says, "Is it Omega or Omega?" I think they say Omega or she calls herself Omega.
Well,
But I
because she's
mean,
got that
that's
cool accent.
well, yeah, it's that New Zealand accent that the actors have, and
So
yeah,
good.
everything's little. I love New Zealand. I freaking love it. I want to go back
Oh,
and stay there forever.
I've never been.
You need to.
Omega.
Yeah, Omega. I like how she says record. She's like Rika.
I think it's a good idea, Tech.
Tick.
Tick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it hasn't been Clone Wars season 7 yet, but it's been really enjoyable. Well, other than the Bad Batch episodes, right?
Well, the Bad Batch episodes I wasn't a big fan of. It's any Clone Wars is good Clone Wars for me. That even goes back to that. Remember that arc about the droids in the middle of the original last season when it was 5, and it's like, oh, there's all this cool stuff going on with Darth Maul. Here's some droids on a planet, wah! And I dug my heels and I was like, I don't like this. This isn't good. This is not good storytelling. And like later on now, I'm like, oh, those are super fun. This is such a weird thing that this series is giving us. What an interesting, just random side thing.
Yeah.
So like the Bad Batch episodes, the Bad Batch characters are all such very tropey archetypes that doesn't break out of that at all. That watching those episodes was fun and I thoroughly enjoyed them. They're Clone Wars, but they're not like, I've never rewatched them. The last 4 episodes with Ahsoka and Maul, that was all the characters we'd grown to have feelings for, Ahsoka and Rex and you know, poor old Jesse to some extent. But I'm liking the Bad Batch in their own show a whole lot more.
Me too.
Yeah, they're delightful. And I hated Wrecker in the first episode. I'll be honest. I was like, toss him out into the space. But now he's cute. Yeah.
He's cute. I like how they kind of like, you know, was it the first or second episode they showed he had like a little like a teddy bear type, like a rabbit or something.
It's a loth cat or something, right?
It's probably a loth cat, yeah.
Yeah, one of those little things.
And but that for me went a long way to explaining, okay, he's emotionally stunted, you know, maybe he's not. I mean, if you look at half of his face, he's also like completely like burnt, so maybe something happened to him and he had like a head injury or so I mean, you know, he's not just this big obnoxious like character. Like they actually have kind of given hints, you know, that he is different, and I think that's cool.
Wait, Volcanic's Playground. Are you a New Yorker like me? I see they posted. Well, I've never left New York. I don't know if you're a local or not.
Yeah. So no, it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I haven't, you know, it'd be interesting to see where it goes. This week, a major character comes, you know, so, you know, if you're trying to avoid spoilers for the Bad Batch, you know, try and watch it as soon as you can, because there's a big character that comes into the show in today's episode.
Is it a cameo?
No, it's actually like a role.
Oh, like a new character?
Well, a character you would recognize from other media, like live action media. So yeah, just if you haven't seen the episode yet, avoid it. Spoilers. Avoid Twitter. Yeah, and Camp Cretaceous came out too. I know we're not talking Jurassic right now, but Camp Cretaceous season 3 is out today. I've watched the first couple episodes of that, and it's nice. It's fun.
Syracuse, New
York. And Las Vegas finally met that's right, Admiral Rampart. That was so weird. I don't know why they did that.
Hopefully he becomes a relevant. I did not bother buying him because I don't know who that character is, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I bought Disney Star Wars Black Series figures and then, you know, watched the Disney movies and was like, oh, that's Captain Phasma.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Sarko Plank. Remember Sarko Plank?
Yes, I remember Sarko Plank. I don't remember Sarko Plank in the movie, but I'm going to watch episode 4 after this live stream. That's why is classic action figures don't have it ruined, because it's a cool episode. It's it's neat. It's neat. Yeah, so I have a few toys here. As you can see, of course I have toys here. Well, when would I not have toys here? So this actually came in today, Tom. This is the Amazon exclusive Star Wars The Black Series, Lucasfilm 50th anniversary Greedo.
You're going to get me to buy this on this live stream, aren't you?
Maybe. So I know I mentioned this on social media before, but I really love how Hasbro is sending these out in these mailers.
Oh, yeah, that's
great. And then these come inside another box. Not for everybody, unfortunately, but for me they have been. Like the last two and this one, they came. I ordered two. They both came in a really big like box, and so you're not going to have the same level of damage, especially when you deal with like cards like this, where there's a potential for damage to occur to the card and the bubble.
Yeah.
I don't normally worry too much on Black Series, like in the boxes, because those are pretty robust. But something like this, could easily get damaged. And we all know how Amazon loves to use bubble mailers to send things out. So this was delayed for me. I know some people got them like a week or two ago, but mine kept getting delayed. I don't know why. I ordered it like within the first minute. And I'm really happy to see it. The whole Kenner thing on a classic, vintage card, but in 6-inch format for me is just fun. I mean, I'm not buying everything that Hasbro does in 6-inch on like these cards. I certainly didn't buy all the episode 1 things they did through Best Buy. But this is one that I did want to pick up, the whole range of Kenner stuff. Are you looking at your phone to see if it's available?
No.
So what I want to do with this guy is just
no, he's pricey on Amazon.
He'll come back into stock. I'm opening him.
Wait, oh God, are you keeping them? Oh, F word. Are you do you have one you're keeping on card?
Yes. So for these I am doing one of each, one to open and one to keep on card, and those are going to go into the figure shields, and then they're going to go on the wall.
Jason Garcia, bless your heart. And she's been wandering around that desert for like 6 years without bothering, but
who are we talking about?
We'll explain it in a comic book.
maybe who are we talking about?
Phasma.
Oh man, yeah, she's gonna be the main villain in episode 10.
Yeah. Oh, Greedo, you filthy piece of.
Unfortunately, they didn't fix the eyes. The eyes should just be like round circles. They're still like sphere, like oblong or like really oval shaped.
Yeah.
But I love the colors on this. This is cool.
No, it's cool. See, Hasbro needs to cut you more checks, because like you show this stuff to me on these darn chats we have, and then I just go and like buy stuff. Like I'm literally, I had no interest in this figure. I got my original Greedo last year for the original $20 price point at a comic shop in New London, Connecticut. I think it was called Sam's. I was very happy to finally have it. So this one gets released. Don't care, don't need it. And now I'm looking at it, and now I'm like,
yeah, it's a fun one. Yeah, and yeah, it's cool. I like it. The gun fits perfectly in the holster. This is a weird thing. It's unique. It's different. And, some people are like, why didn't they do that in 3 3/4? Which, they should do it in 3 3/4. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but, just because they do it in 6-inch or I mean, there shouldn't be an ultimatum. It should be in 3 3/4 and not be done at all, because that's just not fair.
Thanks.
But this, this is neat.
Yeah.
I dig it. Good job, Greedo.
All right, I'm totally not going into a different window and looking at Big Bad Toy Store right now. I'm not doing that. Just so you know.
And he missed at point blank range. Classic action figures. You know what? Your logo is the same color as this new Greedo, and I'm totally digging that. Greedo shot first. Yeah. Sometimes he did. Sometimes he didn't. But now he says McClunky, right?
McClunky.
So maybe that's like his final threat. All right.
I don't know.
I'm gonna kill you. So action figure expert, what is the update on the Tonic Assister? So, we're still fighting for it. We're still petitioning for it. The petition is nearing, I think, 1,300 signatures. Last I looked at it, which was a day or two ago. And, we're still pushing for it. This isn't, I don't think we're going to see, with any of this sort of like grassroots, like fan organized campaign, you never see immediate results.
No.
Our whole thing is for Lucasfilm to give Angela a new contract. That way she can sign, and then that'll get things moving on, you know, the licensees to make merchandise of those characters. So we already know that Hasbro has tried. We already know that they've looked into this. The holdup is still at Lucasfilm. And, you know, we're still pushing for it. I tweeted the thing this morning. You know, we're still using the hashtag Time for Tonica. I know some of you pushed it. Brittany, I know you pushed it earlier on Twitter. So thank you for doing that. And yeah, we're trying to organize around it and to make it happen. You know, but it's been good. I'm truly grateful, you know, to have seen, and I talked about this on the SWTVC podcast. I was a guest on their episode that got published today. And we talked about the whole Tonica sister situation. I shot down, you know, rumors that have been going around on YouTube. And I did a video for that too last week. But yeah, we talked about that and, you know, where things are at. So the whole thing is to get Lucasfilm to initiate the conversation with Angela. I mean, that's step one. Nothing can happen until that happens. Angela, I talked to her regularly. I talked to her last night, and, you know, she hasn't heard anything on her end. And, you know, like I said, it's not going to be instantaneous, but we want Hasbro or Lucasfilm to see that there is demand, that it's not just, you know, one person on YouTube saying there's demand, where, you know, we have the data, you know, there's this petition, all the sites have come together to help support the campaign. And it's been really refreshing to see like the whole collecting community come together and rally around a common goal. And, you know, we're really seeing that the support all across the board. And I think that's awesome. And it made me really happy to see that. And, you know, like I said on the SWTVC podcast, you know, if we are successful and we get the figure, awesome. That's the whole point of this is to get things rolling in that direction. But even if we don't, you know, I'll have no regrets. I mean, this has been a really enlightening experience. It's been fun. It's been great seeing the camaraderie in the community, you know, working towards something together, and, you know, just seeing everybody like come together and push for it and fight for it. And, you know, we're all on the same page, and, you know, I have zero regrets if it fails. It'll still be, you know, worthwhile, I feel like. And if we get the figure again, even better.
Yep. That's a good way of looking at it. All right, so one of the videos that cooked up a bunch of, yes, absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. That's the best way to do it. That's the best plan at this point. If you want to figure out a way to make it yourself, that's probably going to be the best plan. So Scott Knightlick, Spectre Creative, whom I sort of adore, because he made my action figures that are all up on this side, right? And he's also a good source of information for how things work in the toy industry that are in ways that, like, we don't like to hear, right? And specifically about the tooling costs stuff. I've also heard that from Brian Flynn, who runs Super 7, and, like, you know, there was someone that's talking about, well, you'll be able to sell 100,000 of this $500 Thunder Tank, and he's like, 100,000, like, we're not going to make 5 digits worth of this thing. So it suggests that the collector market on these sorts of things is, you know, a lot smaller than we think. But if 80%,
it's not as small as I completely disagree with the numbers that he's saying about the collector market.
I don't know, but if 80% of the merchandise is being bought by kids and gift-giving parents or adults, why are the Star Wars and the Star Wars collector items, not the whatever the mini things are these days? I don't know, Galaxy Heroes, Mission Fleet, right? Those are always plentiful in the stores. Your vintage collection stuff and your Black Series stuff is always empty. And so are all your Masters of the Universe items that are like collector focused. They're all entirely empty. Same with G.I. Joes. Transformers, you can buy those. Fortnite stuff, you can buy those.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. How, if it's so 80% of kids and gift-giving adults just come in and just buy up all the Star Wars and He-Man.
No.
Like, He-Man's been a dead product for 30 years. Who cares? It's that one I don't buy. I don't buy that.
Well, so the 20% thing makes sense if you're looking at the totality of the toy industry. If you're looking at everything, right? Like play blocks. If you're looking at board games, you're looking at Fisher Price. You're looking at it like totality. Okay, then that 20% makes sense. When you're talking strictly about the vintage collection, the Black Series, Masters of the Universe, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified Series, NECA, that's adults.
Yeah,
those aren't kids that are buying that stuff. So, I think that point needs to be expressed to reflect that. I mean, even Hasbro CEO admitted this when they did their last earnings report, I think in February. And I talked about this too in that Tonic video I did. He basically conceded that, it's with these lines, Black Series Vintage Collection, they're adult targeted. So, I mean, they're admitting it. It's adults that are buying, the collector lines. I mean, that's why the collector lines.
Yeah, and the demand for that seems to be a lot larger than what's being offered out there. So I don't think it's massive numbers, but I think it's enough that like they could increase their output by probably 100% and still be okay. Yeah. I don't know. There's stuff about it that makes perfect sense to me, and then there's the other things that are just like I don't. All right, if the vintage collection stuff is just going to adults, then why are you producing none of it?
Yeah.
Or you're only producing it when it's like refreshes of Han and Anakin again. Right. Most kids can't afford new action figures. Right. Yeah, because the prices on these things are silly now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They are pricey. And I mean, it's obviously not, little kids buying the Haslabs and stuff, the Sentinels and the Razor Crests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I take a lot of issue with, with those stats. And other stuff, but yeah, I know specifically to those stats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that applies to. It's reflecting to the toy industry in general. But yeah, I think you have an in-person cocktail hour or something too that you wanted to. Oh, this is it?
Wait, what are you saying?
Oh no, I thought you had something you had to go do at 8.
Yes. It is time. I've got to mosey. But this has been delightful fun.
Yeah, it has.
Thank you for letting me get some stuff off my chest.
That's what we're here for, getting stuff off our chest, asking questions, and not believing everything at face value, essentially.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, this has been fun. Thanks to everybody who's been tuning into our very first Cantina Cocktail Hour. It's all about the cocktails. It's all about the toys and the chatter. And yeah, I'll have a new video up on Monday. And this one is not about Star Wars. This one's actually about Jurassic World.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's a long video. I'm still editing it. I shot it, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. And yeah, it's it's interesting. So that'll go up on Monday. And yeah, a new episode of Cantina Chatter coming next week. And yeah, we're going to do another one of these. We're going to do them regularly. Next week is a holiday weekend, so I'm not 100% sure I will be able to do it next week. But, that's like any like live show that you have like on streaming or, So, but yeah, it will be a regular thing, So thanks to everybody. We'll have a different cocktail next time. And, we'll have different topics. And hopefully we'll have some interesting news that we can discuss. And, yeah, so going forward, we will have at least 2, sometimes more guests. And, they will be familiar faces like Tom. And you'll also see some new folks that haven't been on our shows before. So thanks again, Tom. We appreciate you being here. Always a blast to talk to you. Yeah. So we always have a good time chatting, and I really appreciate you taking the time to sip cocktails with us here and talk, all the stuff we like talking about.
Absolutely. My pleasure, Victoria. Hey, I would do it for another hour. So I've got to all right, gotta call it here. And, because I can talk about this stuff forever.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Me too. Although we didn't get to the pyramid UFOs, so we'll have to save that.
Real quick, I saw one guy saying those are artifacts from the lens.
Well, wouldn't the Pentagon have been like, oh yeah, that's the real video. It's artifacts from the lens.
I give up.
Well, cool. Yeah, no, so this has been fun, and yeah, I can't wait to do it again. And yeah, if I don't catch you here, we'll catch you in Cantina Chatter very soon, and we'll talk some other topics or Instagram Live. We're always doing those too. So yeah, thanks everybody who's been chatting with us here. We really appreciate you guys. It's been fun.
You're a pleasant
seeing everybody. Yeah, very pleasant. Great questions. And Joe says real quick, Obama admitted UFOs are real yesterday. I have to look into that. That's an interesting one.
No, the thing is, we know that UFOs are real. We don't know if they're extraterrestrial or not. And
right.
My supposition about it is not. But that's another chat. That's another chat.
That's another chat.
It's a depressing one. It's a depressing one. That's the we're already 3 cocktails in.
Well, they've been seeing things that behave like this since the 1950s. I don't think any other country could have developed them back then. So yeah, that's just my opinion. All right, Tom, have fun, going out there. We'll see you soon, everybody. Thank you again. It's been awesome seeing you. This has been fun. I can't wait to do this again soon. And yeah, we'll go ahead and publish it. That way anybody that missed it can watch it again or for the first time. If you guys want to watch it again, by all means, feel free to. Be sure to hit the like button and
smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Slam that subscribe.
Smash it like Wrecker. He'd go wreck it. We should start saying that. Wreck that like button.
Wreck that like button. There we go. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody. May the force be with you. Time for Tonica.
Cheers, all. Bye.